Hey, this is Malachi, the Artist One. There's a big issue with old David Crosby right now. But let me tell you something before we start bashing this guy, because I'm not really here to bash him, but I want you to think about what I'm about to say. Now, some people don't like what he had to say because he didn't make a big deal about Eddie Van Halen dying. He didn't even really make a big deal about when his kid died or the sperm donation that was given to Melissa Etheridge when her son died of drug overdose. Not thinking that it was hereditary or not, but let's not go there. I want you to understand, why is this guy a brilliant musician, great singer, arranger? I don't have tons of his albums, but I really respect that aspect of him. Why is he that way? Why did he work with Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, and all these other artists over the years, making just memorable music that we still remember to this day? What was it that made them who they were? Musically, they didn't give a shit what people thought. That's right. They didn't care. See, when they started writing the music they were writing, nobody else was doing it. It's just like today. And you know what? Nobody else was saying that. Everybody was towing the line. Everybody's making sure they don't offend anybody. Oh, we got to be careful about what we say. We don't want to offend anybody. We don't really want to have an opinion. Or if they do have an opinion, make sure they explain it with like a whole, like you're writing some novel or something. So you make sure you cross all your T's and dot all your I's. So absolutely nobody possibly can be offended whatsoever. That's the downfall with music. That's why music sucks today. The only thing that people have musically anymore, and not even musically anymore, but all they can do is offend. But they don't offend via thought, via creation of music. They don't offend or force the listener to go to areas where they've never gone before in their own mind, as far as the feeling and how music resonates with their soul and their spirit. No, they have to go in a visual form. Like I talked about this with Saturday Night Live, and their first person they had on when they just came back on was some slut-looking woman dancing on a pole with freaking rap crap music. No feeling. But they know the music has no feeling. They know the music has no soul. It's just it's just BS. So what they do is they make your eyes think you want something, or they shock you with their eyes. They don't shock you with the essence of who you are as a listener. They don't take you on a journey anymore because they can't. They have no way to do that. Right? But you got a guy like this living in this world where he's kind of the mindset and the old school. Go talk to your grandpa. How about this? Let me explain this to the kids out there. Maybe if I have any kids even watching my videos, let me explain something to you kids. Go talk to your grandfather, or you might even have a great grandfather, depending on how old you are. Go talk to them and ask them a question. And see what type of response you get. Do you get this long, drawn-out response? Or do you get, don't like it? Short and sweet to the point. 99.9%, all you guys, if you go talk to the older generation, you're going to get some straight and to the point answers to your question. Unless they really know you, unless you're really a good kid in the family, and they know that if they do give you wisdom, that you're actually going to listen and probably put it into action. But if they know that you're the kid that talks a lot and doesn't do jack diddly squat, their answer is probably going to be yeah, no, or that kind. And that's a sad thing, because the response of how the world is right now is the reason why the music industry and the music that's being produced right now, at least on major labels, sucks. And the smaller guys, the guys that are out there trying to do something unique and influential and kind of, cool, you're struggling, man, because it's hard. It's a hard thing to do because you don't have that machine behind you. And I totally get it. He had a machine, man. He might have signed a bad deal with a record label, but I've talked about that before. They always stand on the shoulders of giants. All these leeches and freaking managers and lawyers and all these people that have no ounce of talent. Of course, a lot of them now are in the music industry. So it went from it used to be the record companies used to have guys that they liked music, or they didn't know. They thought, oh, could you sell a couple 100,000 albums? Yeah, we can sell a couple 100,000 albums. He's going in his head, he's going, well, I make a couple bucks, or I make $1. All right, I'll do it. I'll invest some money, that kind of thing. Not a bean counter, And that's another thing. That's what's happening today. All these freaking bean counters out there. Go into his Twitter. Let's see his Twitter here if I can get it up here. His Twitter. In regards, I know you're not into the metal, David, but what's your opinion on Eddie Van Halen? Meh. And then, oh my God. Oh, you see what this guy said? Wrong answer as F and rude as F, tweeted LA Guns, Tracy Guns. Yeah, right. LA Guns. Coming from a band that was the beginning of the fakeetry, as I call it, the biggest fake crap music ever came out of the frickin' LA scene. All you posers, you stupid ass metal guitars and pointy stupid guitars. I hated you all. I'm sure glad grunge came and just destroyed everything you guys were doing because you weren't rock and roll at all. All you were is you were the image. You were really what created all this crap. You were all about image and portrayal of something that you never were. Yeah, there were some of you that were great musicians and great artists, but so many of you were just put together as just a bunch of glam, show me little boys that really didn't know what their sexuality was because you had more makeup on and more hairspray than most women that came to your shows. So now that I've said that, and I've met Tracy Guns from frickin' LA Guns because they played a frickin' dive bomb in Everett, Washington. I remember going to see them and going, meh. Then he went on to say, I can demonstrate how he could have answered without being an a-hole. I don't care for the end product. That's just not my style, wrote another commentator. Oh, I guess this is another commentator. Adding, but there's no question at all about his talent and the revolution that he brought to the whole industry. Feeling expressed, still respectful C, Total different generations, people. Eddie came up in the late 70s. His platform, his biggest success was in the 80s and somewhat into the 90s. They were one of the few bands, Van Halen, that actually were able to continue within the 90s and not be taken over by the Seattle rock scene. But they're a far cry from Crosby's music. You get it? And I agreed with what he said. Hendrix changed the world of guitar. Exactly. He did. He did. And Eddie changed the world of a different way of guitar. But Eddie just took, like I said, this, and he turned it over and did this, right? And he changed everything. But the one thing with Eddie is, I'll say this, Eddie changed things to a way that was repeatable. Meaning, I remember meeting the guy from Autograph. Remember that band, Turn Up the Radio, Autograph? He lived in Seattle for a while. And he played a lot with his fingers. But he used all 4 fingers and tapped. But still, tapping is tapping. I know. People are going to say, no, it's not. No, it's not, man. Here's the thing. People can replicate the sound of Eddie Van Halen. People cannot, to this day, replicate the sound of Jimi Hendrix. To this day. No one can replicate the way that he played and the style and the attack and the just anything about him. But they can Eddie. Now, Eddie's brilliant. I would say that. I've already done a video on Eddie. He's brilliant, but he ain't Jimi Hendrix. But did he influence a lot of people? Probably more people than Jimi Hendrix, yes. Because here's the thing. It's like the LA Guns guy, right? You can never play Hendrix. Now, you can copy Eddie Van Halen, but you can never copy Hendrix, see? That's why Eddie was more influential on guitars, because they could pick it up and go, you know, and then work on and then start going. But they can never pick up the guitar and do what Hendrix did. Ever. Right? So he said it right. Hendrix changed the world of guitar. Crosby declared. Nobody else really. Look, I get it. Many of you love Van Halen. And one time I met him. He was nice. And he was talented. Met means I don't care that much. And I don't. Doesn't mean he wasn't a good, but wasn't that what he wasn't good. He was, but not for me. All right. So there you go. So why do people care? He even said the same thing, like I said, about when his kid, when his sperm donation kid died. Right? This is back, what, May 15th of this year? Or whenever he died. I don't know when he died. Maybe he did die. Anyways, and he got crap about that because he didn't make a big deal about it because he wasn't really the father. I mean, he was just a sperm donor. So she's the one that made a big deal about it. I don't think I ever saw him make a big deal about it. He just responded to it back in the day when it happened. Of course, she was all happy and you know, thought it was a big deal because she was a lesbo and came out, you know. Well, she had that one song, doom, 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 that every woman does when they go out and play a show. I'm the only one who walked beside the fire for you. I mean, that's it. That's all she had. I feel sorry for the kid. He had to live that life with 2 frickin' mothers, right? One that was famous for a short time, as they all are. That's the way fame is it goes and it goes away, comes and goes like the tide, but not as frequently. Yeah, the kid was addicted to drugs. Of course, I don't know anything about his mother, but it's a tough industry to be in. A lot of people come around you. A lot of people feed the machine, right? They want to get to the mother, or they want to get to who they think your daddy is, or that you have some sort of connection with them, so they'll do whatever they can. Kid doesn't realize this. They don't have nothing. And if the kid's his sperm donated son, you do know that addiction is hereditary. So duh, you can figure that one out. Anyways, this Malachi signing out. The Artist One. Visit theartist1.com. You listen to my music and tell me what you think. I will have a song on the end, as I always do. Anyways, Malachi signing out. See you all later. Hug your kids, call your parents, go see your neighbor, repent and be baptized, and talk to your grandparents too, and ask them, hey, what do you think about, you know, so-and-so, you know, or ask them about politics or religion. That'll get you in trouble. You probably want to do that just before you know you have to leave. So, all right. See you later.
Met by circumstance, the fate of random chance, the only reason I laid eyes on you. A caller's all he needs to plant the eternal seed of love that's growing inside of you. Fall in love. Don't wanna fall in love with you. Each day it seems to grow. From what I do not know, for I have never even touched you. It seems we've known each other before. Maybe we passed through heaven's door.